Good morning and welcome to Alaska. I'm JR and you're watching Alaskan Outdoor Adventures. We got a great one for you today. We're going to go along the beaches of Whittier and check out just whatever we can find on the beaches. Right now everything's still closed in these port towns, but we're going to make a fun day of it anyways. Right now we're down by Beluga Point in the Trinidad Arm, where it is breakup season and there is ice everywhere. The ocean's starting to defrost and break apart and make these big old huge caverns, big icebergs floating around, big canyons, whatever you might see. In a month's time, we are going to have whales here. We're going to have fish here. We're going to have all kinds of wildlife, and we're going to take you on every adventure associated with all of this change in our seasons. So let's get ready to go, and I'm going to pack up the family, and we're going to head off to Whittier. All right, we are now at the tunnel of, I guess, the Whittier Tunnel. We're getting ready. We're kind of just waiting in line. We have about a half-hour wait because they use this tunnel for trains and for cars also. So every half hour you get to go through, half hour you get to come back, kind of thing. You have to just take your turn. And right now we're just kind of waiting in line for our turn to go. And we are going to be going through the longest tunnel in North America, I believe. And we'll take you for the whole ride all the way through it. But just kind of taking in the views, enjoying the ride with the family, and just having a great time today.
The Anton Anderson Tunnel was actually constructed from 41 to 43 and was opened as a secret supply route for the U.S. military to the mainland of Anchorage during the wartime effort. Later on in 98 to 2000, it was converted over to where you could drive your vehicle to Whittier and from Whittier on a daily basis every half hour. The tunnel is 2.5 miles long. At the time, it was the longest tunnel in North America. It is very much a railroad tunnel and is very fun to drive through. Pretty cool just to take it all in, and when you get out the other side, you're right out into the bay, into the port of Whittier.
All right, we made it to Whittier. As you've seen in the video, we crossed through the tunnel, which is very long and pretty fun to drive through. It's just like a basic railroad tunnel. But we are right here in the port of Whittier. Look how beautiful it is. Great kayaking, great fishing. All right. You see that colorful building in the background? That is where the entire town lives in. They all have residents there. It's a pretty nice little building for them. Other government buildings, of course. And then the legendary military building that they built many years ago. They spent a lot of years building it, put a lot of money into it. And from what I understand, shortly after it was finished and occupied, they abandoned it for some reason. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Awesome of the harbor here. A lot of wildlife and a lot of good fishermen.
The town of Whittier originated in 1941 by the U.S. military, using it as a stronghold during World War II. And it was considered a great port for them to access year-round because it was an ice-free, deep-water port. They used it as a military base, Camp Sullivan, for many years, following that even into the Cold War. As we drive through town, you're going to see many boats that we pass that are dry docked because it is the off season right now. There are not a lot of fishermen out there, but here in the next few weeks, fishing is going to take off. The whales, the fish, everything is going to come back into this harbor, and it's going to be crazy busy for the season here in just a matter of weeks. So it's pretty neat to actually see the boats out of the water because they are huge boats. And you'll see here in just a minute. There's like a smaller bus sitting next to one of them. Kind of shows you the scale of how big they are. After the military vacated Whittier, the railroad took over the majority of the land ownership in the area, taking up most of the usable flat land in the area as they use it as a main train port to get supplies into the mainland. As of 2025, there was a proposal made to give back the city 85 acres so that they may use it to build housing and structures on it. The Inn at Whittier was constructed in 2004 and consists of 25 rooms, a big restaurant with 2 stories, and a lounge with perhaps one of the best ocean views you can see in Alaska from a restaurant, and the food is pretty fantastic. The baggage building was constructed of concrete and stands 14 stories tall. It was completed in 1957 by the U.S. Army as a barrack. Later on, the city of Whittier residents occupied it. Almost 90% of them occupy this building, giving it the title, the city under one roof. The city has all the amenities needed to sustain life during the wintertime, including a school just behind it with the green roofs connected to the building with a tunnel. The Buckner building was completed in 1953, constructed of reinforced concrete, and it was built on top of a rock base, giving it the structural integrity to withstand the 1964 earthquake with very minimal damage. The building is 275,000 square feet and consists of 8 floors if you count the 2 basement floors. It had 1,000 rooms in it. It included a hospital, a bakery, a bowling alley, a movie theater, a jail, and many other amenities that the soldiers needed for this structure. It was vacated in 1966 by the U.S. Army, and to this day it was still vacant and considered dangerous. It has toxic mold in it and other contaminants like asbestos and stuff like that. So they recommend you not to walk through it, but of course we all know that everybody does because it's a haunted old building.
Well, this concludes our trip up to Whittier, and the canyon's kind of going up to it. As you can see, we're here at Portage Lake, which is a great area for glaciers. There's a Byron Glacier, the Portage Glacier, and there's all kinds of wall glaciers all over the place up here, including in Whittier that had probably dozens of glaciers up there. But we are going to finish this short little trip, but remember, no adventure is too small.
What a great day and a great adventure that we had with the family. Just had to load them all up, get some great food in the cooler and some good treats, find a podcast we listen to on the way down and enjoy the beautiful ride through the Turnagain Arm, and come up here and see the beautiful scenery of Whittier and Portage Glacier. We hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, like and subscribe, and come along for the next great adventure right here in Alaska, only on Alaskan Outdoor Adventures.